But it took a while. I mean, that happened. The developers behind it, whether it's a developer team or multiple people or one person, the white paper was written by somebody named Satoshi Nakamoto. That was their...
Which is an awesome name.
It is an awesome name, yeah. And I believe they're not Oriental or Japanese or Korean or Chinese or Vietnamese or any of those. I believe that name was to throw people off as to who they really were. And I think we're going to get back to that name, Nick Szabo. My opinion, I'm calling it right now, that Satoshi is Nick Szabo, or part of Nick Szabo's development team. I just believe, looking at the history, he was the first one to come up with the idea of using financial transactions on the blockchain. And he really basically did develop the idea of Bitcoin. And then all of a sudden he kind of fell off the radar till 10 years later, and all of a sudden Bitcoin comes out anonymously, and developed on open source development software, and and this guy named Nakamoto comes up with this brilliant idea,
Right.
and then takes off. So the cool thing is nobody really knows who developed it. It is truly decentralized. Nobody controls it. It's out of anybody's purview as far as control anymore. It has no competition. And that's why I think Bitcoin's here to stay. People say, oh, what's going to happen? As it reached its, it went
Peak.
up to however many dollars it is. I think it's irrelevant what the price is. I think it's the only probably cryptocurrency that's really completely decentralized in a way that is going to give people confidence moving forward. There really isn't a competitor. So I think Bitcoin's here to stay. And again, the first mover adoption is important, and Bitcoin was the first. It was the first app, the first website, whatever you want to call it, on the blockchain. And I think because of that, and the fact that nobody knows or controls, what happens with it necessarily, and it's got a fixed supply, people trust it. And I think given any type of currency or any type of store of value, it's all about what people believe and what they trust that it's worth, right?
Right.
So, our dollar, it's only worth what we trust that it's worth, right? If we have a dollar bill, it's not really worth $1. It's just a piece of paper. It's really
Right.
worth nothing, but our belief system says it's worth something.
It's worth $1.
It's worth $1 worth of whatever, right?
Right.
It's not backed by anything anymore. It's what our government says it's worth. It's really not worth anything. If we want to get deep into what currency is and all that, I don't think we really need to get into all that. But Bitcoin started out to be a peer-to-peer payment system, like a Cash App or a PayPal or something like that, that nobody could control. And the people would...
These are the benefits of it, too. So... no control.
Right. Yeah, no control, being able to control your own money.
Centralized.
Nobody can come and take it, seize it. That was the idea. We control our own money.